And as always, let's give people a few more minutes. See who's going to show up. Good morning. Hello, Annika.
Good morning.
Who is that, JP?
This is our mischievous puppy, Loki.
Loki. Oh, it's a puppy. So it's
Yeah.
a quite new addition to the family.
Yeah, he's been here since Feb, March. One of those.
3 months now?
Yeah, we've had him for about 3 months.
Oh,
He's
what a cutie.
he's very cute and he knows
Yes.
it and he gets away with lots.
Yes, that's what they do.
Yeah. So he might join me today, I think.
Yeah. Yes, I already saw a cat with Beata, but I know she also has a dog, so we welcome all the animals. Okay, let's start. I thought we start with a little Kundalini meditation. Nothing too heavy. What you're going to do is sit like this. Your hands open. For now, you have your eyes open just to see me. You can also take your hands down again if you just want to listen what I'm saying first. And you will be breathing long and deep. You will be breathing from your navel, from your energetic navel. So that is like 3 fingers under your belly button. Yeah, and more like in the inside, like more towards your spine, point of gravity. And you just breathe gently, nicely in and out through your nose. And you imagine that with your hands, you touch the entire universe, the entire cosmos. That's all. And then we will be listening to a mantra and you actively listen to the sound current. So you can come into the position. So your upper body is relaxed, actually. Sit stable, you hold yourself from your navel, your energetic navel, your point of gravity. And then you can relax your upper body. Face is relaxed. And also your breath is relaxed. Just allow it to emerge from the inside, from your navel. And out. Let's just take a couple of breaths to settle ourselves in the position, in the space. Imagining you touching all of creation, the entire creation. When you inhale, you just very shortly, not for a long time, you just take a slight pause, welcoming the breath in, holding it there, focusing on your navel, and then you exhale again, imagining exhaling into your navel point. So it's really just a fraction of a moment that you hold the breath. Just honoring the pause between the inhale and the exhale. And you just keep breathing, feeling, sensing, maybe seeing your hands touching all of creation. And feeling this flow through your heart. Acknowledging how deeply connected you are to the heart of oneness. Your heart as an expression of the heart of oneness. With a love holding all in oneness. With each and every breath. And touching all of creation to the oneness in your heart. And taking one deep inhale, just gently welcoming the breath in, allowing it to fill you. The expansion. And then as gently as you inhaled, you're gonna exhale, honoring the contraction, the integration into the point of gravity. Let's do that one more time. Just becoming aware that there's a time for everything, time to expand. The inhale in our lives. And there's a time to exhale, to integrate. And one last time, inhale. feeling this movement of all of creation in your hands, in your hearts. And exhale and relax. Just take a moment to sit and feel. And slowly opening your eyes, and let's continue with the petals of the heart prayer. Would you read the first one, Annika, please?
I call now to the petal of faith and ask it to open in my heart. I give thanks now for my faith in God, and I give thanks for the presence of God and the grace of the Holy Spirit in my life and on the earth.
Thank you. Rita, would you read the petal of surrender?
I call now to the petal of surrender in my heart, and I ask for it to open now. I accept and embrace God's will, and I let go of my own will. Ask now for my eyes to open so that I may see. Ask now for my ears to open that I may hear. And ask now for the petals of my heart to open so that I may receive the will of the divine in my life.
Thank you. JP, would you read the petal of service, please?
Yeah, sure. I call now and ask for the petal of service in my heart to open. I confirm my commitment to create heaven on earth through the love of God and the love of my brothers and sisters on the earth. I pray now for the enlightenment to remember my promise to God and my promise to myself so that I may fulfill what I have come to earth to do in service to the divine plan and humanity.
Thank you. Shanti, would you read the petal of abundance?
I call now to the petal of abundance to open in my heart. I give thanks to God for all you have provided to me, for I know that when I live in harmony, in alignment to divine will, and honor the promise I have made in service to humanity and the divine plan, I will always know the beauty of abundance in my life and never want.
Thank you. Martina, would you read the petal of forgiveness, please?
I call now for the petal of forgiveness to open in my heart. I forgive all those who have harmed me in any way, and all those who have caused me pain, consciously or unconsciously. I ask to be forgiven by anyone that I have harmed, offended, or caused pain to, and I forgive myself for all my actions and thoughts that are not aligned to the unconditional love and divine will. I pray that one day we may all realize God's essence within us and remember our promise to the divine plan and to humanity, so that we may fulfill this on the earth in loving kindness.
Thank you. Beata, would you read the petal of strength?
I call now for the battle of strength to open in my heart. I ask for the strength, the wisdom, and the knowledge to remain focused upon my path and to release all attachments, expectations, and beliefs that keep me separate from God consciousness within myself, and the unconditional love of all things. I release now all attachments I hold to judgments, to anger, to fear, to unworthiness, to envy, to jealousy, and to all things that hold me in separation to my divine truth.
Thank you. And Rugaya, would you read the petal of trust?
I call now for the petal of trust to open in my heart. I ask now for the divine essence of Creator Source to fill me on all levels of my being. And I ask for my divine presence to be present in my life so that I may walk in God consciousness on the earth and be all that I am. I am a child of light. I am a child of love. I am a child of God. Blessed I am. Blessed I am. Blessed I am.
Thank you. Okay, so we start with the sharing, and as always, let's just remind ourselves what we were asked to work with. So here you see a picture of the Arcturians, at least how we imagine them. So read about the law of love and the law of relativity. How do these laws play out in your life? Call on the Arcturian healers to work on any part of you that has closed itself to receiving divine love and support. The Arcturians and the Arcturian healers in particular, they're really like, how would I say, the masters of the light. They know a lot about light. Yeah, they work a lot about light. They all do in a way, but the Arcturians are really, say, one of the that carry this consciousness of healing with the light, transforming with the light. Hey, the questions in relation to the activation we did with Lord Melchizedek about love, divine love. When you sat in the heart of Source, what did you find? Did you know this place? Or maybe not. Have you met, I believe, with divine love within you before? How did you feel after this teaching? What emotions and thoughts did you have? If you found it difficult to sit in this space, spend some time with your aspects and discover why and release this. What choice did you make? What is your truth now? Go into meditation, look to it. Do you have doubt and questions? Some resistance, some anger, or having to surrender? At having to surrender. Or are you hoping you have more time to think about it? Do you say regularly, I cannot do this? I am not yet ready. I am not good enough. Choose to let this go now. So this is all about last week's lesson. And I bring us all back together again. And open the sharing. We're a small group, so some might enjoy the thought that everybody gets a chance and some might not. So no, no one needs to. If you don't want to share, you don't share, of course. It's always free will. But it would be lovely to hear your experience.
I'm happy to start since I haven't shared for a very, very long time.
Yay. Welcome back to the sharing, JP.
No worries, thanks. Yeah, I guess lately I've been feeling very number 7 in the book, that I haven't been able to surrender, that there's been a lot of resistance coming up for me. And I guess this week it was really highlighted as well. I don't think I mentioned it to everyone, but about 6 weeks ago, I had an operation on my knee, and it was a bit heavier than I anticipated. And I didn't really understand the rehab process. So I've been stuck in my mind quite a lot with that, and feeling a lot of being stuck. With not being able to move forward. And I find that even though I have all the time in the world, because I'm pretty much stuck on the couch or walking around the house, I'm still not going within to look at the deeper meaning of it all. So yeah, it's been an interesting few weeks, but very also enlightening just to see how my mind works in this situation. Ups and downs, of course, but it's been an interesting journey. So yeah, nice to be able to share and be part of the group. So I have been able to do all the classes online, which is good, but still just struggling to do the work throughout the week. And I find that an interesting observation. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you touched on the point, but the law of relativity, you know, it's really how we can judge ourselves for being in the place we're in, you know. And then, of course, it's super difficult to drop deeper because we're already in separation with ourselves. And then it's like, how do I get here? You know?
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's been a great learning over the last few weeks as well about surrendering, you know,
yes,
like in many aspects of my life, you know, like usually I'm in control. I love to run around and do stuff in the house. And now it's just like, well, you're not going to do anything. You're going to stay still and be with yourself. And so that's been a nice lesson indeed.
yeah, great that you can see that you can see it in this way. Yeah.
Some days. Yeah.
Some days. But that's the law of relativity. Some days not.
Yeah.
And it's still part of the process. And it doesn't mean we're not doing the work, we're doing something wrong. It's really this coming into oneness within ourselves.
And yeah, that's a good one, because even in the meditation now, it kept coming up to me, you know, like we're always looking for, okay, you have to meditate to come into oneness. So you have to do this to be, part of everything. But we are no matter what, and that's what came up. You know, it doesn't matter what we're doing. So yeah, that was nice to have.
Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, we are no matter what. Yeah. Yeah, I had a call yesterday. I also give Kundalini yoga trainings from a lady in level 2. And they get assignments, obviously, also, which can be very physical. And she has a frozen shoulder. She had an accident. And she called me and she said, I can't do any of this stuff. Can I give her an alternative program? You see how people, so she can get out of this, you know. So, no, I'm not giving you anything. And she was so upset. Yeah. And then we really, that was the door. That was exactly the door to drop deeper. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you, JP.
Thanks.
So the questions also about the laws. Can you see them playing out in your life?
I can share.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm apparently on this big journey, literally also, like always moving around on the planet. And one of my biggest, it's like one of my deepest, I feel, drives in my life. It's like I have so many dreams and so many ambitions. And then there's like all these walls and all these obstacles. And it's like that is really driving underneath. And then on top, there's this little person that is trying to like, okay, push through here and push through there. Like suffering has been a really big issue or point or aspect. It's not an issue, it's an aspect. And something that I always felt like deeply connected with and with a lot of judgments because I start to see more and more like the clouds of judgments I'm holding over myself. Like they're tremendous and they're so dark. And it's like, but now at one point I was back in Belgium and I was like, so which one is a surrender? Is it being in Belgium or is being still pushing through? And so for me, it was very unclear. When are we pushing through and when are we surrendering? And it's like, I couldn't see it. And so the only thing I was like, okay, just trust. There's no out there, just trust. And that's really how I started traveling again. It's like, okay, just let's see and trust. And I've been like welcomed by the authorities in the countries or the people where I am. And sometimes like, what's going on? Is this like, I don't know, Truman Show or something? So surreal. And it just helped my mind to have another part of my mind saying, no, look, it's really working. And now I'm in Cambodia where basically all the stuff that I always felt like I want to do this and that, like all the dreams that I have, it's like suddenly it might all be available. And it's like so scary and so overwhelming. And it's like, and I noticed I'm flip-flopping in between. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna go in either sides. I'm just choosing for the love and I'm just choosing for whatever it might be. But with that, so many things have started to unfold as well. And so with the divine love, this activation, the thoughts like, I cannot do this, I'm not good enough. I started to notice that for me, there is a huge entanglement with suffering. It's like, I have to be loyal to it. And this morning I was really working through it again. And there was things that came up, like if I'm not staying with those that are suffering and keeping myself small and like, how dare I step in my happiness and joy? And I know I have that inside of me. And I think that's what people sometimes see about me too. And I love to give it, but I cannot touch it myself because inside it's like one dark thing. And more like, no, I can do this too. I'm allowed to have that too. And so it's like love is seeping into me. And so now with this, like if I'm not choosing to stay with the suffering and the hurting and fixing myself so I could stay with the people who are suffering and basically just kicking me down, but let me be compassionate, let me surrender more and fix myself so I can help them. It's like more and more I start to feel like, no, I can choose. I'm allowed to create in my life beauty as well and joy and happiness. And I feel like I'm a little bit still in these crossroads. And this morning I went to get a drink and it's like a child because it's like, I had this super colorful drink, and I was like, oh, look at this, and I can have it. It's so silly, but it's like, and I literally feel like love in my cells, in my being, and it's just like, I don't know, I cannot even describe it because it's not with words. And last night I had this, so I noticed my mind constantly tries to question or challenge me again. Like, are you sure you don't want to be overthinking? Let's try again. Here's a bunch of judgments. And then before I know it, I'm going into them again and trying to justify my way out or explaining. I'm like, no, I'm not joining that. And last night I had this idea of like, oh, let's imagine whales. I'm like, what? Yeah, think of whales and put them in the stars. And I started like fantasizing very magical things. It's like, you should not be doing this. It's like, why not? I can do it. And it's like I'm constantly being in between those two things. And I really start to understand now the resistance and how it is like, when I think back now on my confusion, like, but which way is it? Do I stay in Belgium? Do I go abroad? It's like, it's not about that. It's like, am I surrendering in the moment? Or am I seeing, oh, this is going to be obstacles and this is going to be obstacles and I'm prepared. It's very different. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like so many things are shifting, are landing, are opening up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my life can be full of joy and love and dreams. And it's just in abundance. I can have abundance. And it's just insane that we are actually free to choose that and allow ourselves to have that. If we're not, or I'll say I, because everybody chooses, of course, but it's like, I'm not obliged to, I don't know, to suffer and to punish myself. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share. Thank you.
Thank you, Rita. Thank you. Yeah, for reminding ourselves how much we can be attached to suffering. And that it is a whole journey before we come into a realization that we actually are. And that's beautiful to see. And that, again, that's divine timing, you know. Nothing has gone wrong. It's in this moment of your journey that this comes to the forefront. And so that runs really deep, how much we can be attached to suffering. And just acknowledging that there's parts of us that are. And that sometimes as much as we want to choose differently, we can set the intention, absolutely, but still be holding the consciousness of suffering. And we might need some more work, some more time, some more experience to really let it go. So thank you, Rita. Anyone else would like to share? Where you're able to sit in the heart of oneness, in source energy.
Okay, I could share. It's nice to be with everyone again. Can you hear me all right? I'll hold it like this. Okay. Just specifically to that question, were you able to sit with source energy? So for weeks, I've had kind of the thing that JP was discussing or talking about, um, of just energetically feeling like all this in my body, stagnation or like a stuckness and like an inability to move. And it first was like, of course, because it's always physical, I guess, for me, like constipation. Then it was like, which I don't ever usually struggle with. Then it was that I wasn't having my cycle, my moon time. And um, all these things were happening in the last weeks. A dear, one of my best friends, his husband died during all these sweat lodges, and he was a big part of that community. And so there was a lot that I was holding for the family and for their children. The youngest is 9. And so there was a lot of like in breath, or you could say from the universe's perspective, maybe that's the out breath. It's interesting. So, um, and I was aware of all these things, and there was so much movement and around me and what was happening both practically and also energetically. And see that I was patient with myself comparatively to maybe some other time in my life, but it was really a physical struggle. And so, um, and then I had had my meeting with you, Gurudeva, and I was like, okay, I'm catching up. I did the last activation and now I'm going to do this activation. And you were like, you have time, maybe just take your time. And so I was like, okay, I'll do that. And I was a bit like, oh no, but I have no issues with this, whatever the last one was. I guess it was divine love, right? Yeah, it was this last one. But then, but then I was like, okay, I'll take my time. And thankfully I did that and we had that meeting because then the weeks, the one from the, I guess it was 25, 26. That was 27. So 26, I don't remember what it was, but no, mothers, right? Mother's love. It was like everything was culminating in this stuck energy. And then it became very emotional for me because it just felt like there was no outlet. And as much as I was trying to work with it, that looked like breathing. Like it was like I couldn't do tools or anything else. I just had to be with it. And then I noticed that I was really scared because I have so much physical reaction every time, not every time, but during many of the activations, there's like a lot of, it's like, well, I have to go to work. I can't, I can't be just, not functional every week. And it hasn't been that way every week, but there's some weeks where it's like a huge, I just think of like a giant turd that's stuck. Ah, so, um, and then I saw that I was really avoiding doing divine love because I was so scared that I was going to have another thing that I was going to have to process and go through physically. So I just was like, okay, but my body's still working through this other, the last one. So I'm going to just feel what's happening and notice my fear and just be with it and I'll know. And then suddenly, like a switch, I guess it was no, it was Thursday. It was Thursday or Friday. Like a switch, I was like, I'm doing it today. I have to do it. So I waited this whole extra time. It took me that long to be able to do the last activation. And I surrendered and I said, I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. And then in it, it was like um, waves of so much energy between like the division between my upper chakras and my lower chakras. I could literally feel that, like where the stagnation was and where the block was. Um, and as I was sitting in it and I was trying to relax enough to go into this source, into feeling that connection, um, there was so much nausea. I had so much nausea. And I just kept breathing and feeling the waves of nausea and not trying to like get somewhere or be with source or, it was, um, the whole thing was like layers and layers of waves, just like the breath and just like the meditation today, it really felt the same, like, and feeling the pause and feeling, um, the out breath and feeling the in breath and feeling where the tension didn't release fully into either the out or the in, um, and just being with the nausea. And then at a certain point, and Gita kind of touched on this, there was this acknowledgement of the massiveness, the uncontainable quality of the totality of all, and the fear of that beauty of being able to exist in that and not knowing how to not be torn apart in that, I guess, and then being able to see it all as energy and that there's not a container actually to contain it. If it's all energy, then that is also my body and my being. I don't know that I got into that oneness with source, like, um, but I will say the reason why I thought I should share in this moment is because it was such a physical, visceral feeling of these waves of energy and much beauty in the allowing myself to just trust enough to feel the nausea and feel everything. And then I got up, went to the bathroom, and after 38 days, finally got my menstruation during the activation. So, I mean, that's pretty great. And I know it's an intimate thing to share that, but my journey is really physical, and I'm so grateful for, like, uh, in a way, I'm actually really grateful that it's physical because, um, before in my life, everything was like mind and thinking and emotion and wondering, and those are all there still. When I say it's a physical journey, it's just and physical. But it shows me so concretely, this whole process is showing me over and over again that I don't need to fix anything. I don't need to solve anything. I don't need to physically heal anything. I don't need to take this supplement or that supplement, even though I do. It's like all energy, all of it, all the time. It's breath. So thank you for listening.
Thank you for sharing, Rukaya. Yes. Very much what it is about. I mean, on a very physical level, if you go to the law of relativity, this is about the flow of creation. And women, a cycle, I mean, that's all what that is. It entails exactly that. Yeah. Cycles of life, seasons of our life. And honoring them, acknowledging them. And you gave a beautiful description how it can play out in the physical. Yes, and in a sense, is it beautiful? Yeah, but it's very tangible. It's sort of like for the doubting mind, when it then happens, we can say, oh yeah, it really works, But it can play out in many, many, many ways. Yeah. So thank you for sharing that. And as you said, 38 days. Can we all have faith? Can we hold the trust? Can we honor our process? And that's not a small thing to do. And can we honor our mind doubting? Can we not let it run the show? Okay, thank you. Anyone else would like to share whatever you would like to share about this? lessen this activation, your week. Any questions about it? Okay, then we go to the next lesson. Just share my screen. So Lady Nada, we also know Lady Nada. There she is with her rose. Discover the love body. Now, Lady Nada shows you how to create the love body sphere of the voidal energy to lift duality and separation, and to create a space where all parts of you may hold the one heart energy. Note, I just see that for the first time. Do this activation every day when you want to release negativity. So there you go. You could even do it every day. So again, we had a few of these, activations, where they also said it's sort of like, I wouldn't say technology, but a path you've been shown how you can work with your energetic being to release or come back into oneness. Yeah. So these ones, just these are the ones you can go back. I mean, you can go back to all of them, obviously, but these are really ones where you learn to work with yourself as an energetic being in a maybe different or new way you hadn't considered before. Okay, let's see. Well, they all belong together. Shanti, would you read this first 6 points?
Of course. The divine love you hold within makes you whole. The light creates you to move, to be, and to act. The vital energy fills your cells and each electron of your being in the physical and light dimensions with divine love. There is no duality held within the vital heart. When you hold divine love within your field, heart and mind, you sit in the peace of oneness. You have an auric energy field around your body, which protects you and also assists you to connect with the higher dimensions.
How do you receive this, Shanti? You read this?
Yeah, I think it's what we are doing the whole year round with the group, to really connect to divine love and to see, there's this vital energy that's kind of resonates with me, that I try that in meditations, to be really in the void, and in the void there is everything is okay, like everything is part of the whole, and there's this, there is no duality, in the sense that for me is the light and the dark together are the light, like that. And when you hold divine love within your field, you sit in the peace of oneness. For me, peace of oneness is really that stillness that I talked about earlier, that when you're really deep in this oneness, I feel really that kind of serenity, like a stillness after a lot of battle, like this holy stillness. And when you are in that field, things work for you. I feel that too, that you are in the flow, really. And yeah, I think we try to remind ourselves every time again, okay, you can go there. It's like Gita said, you can choose, but for me it's more like not choose, but go back there. Something like maybe you make a choice to go there, but yeah. Yeah, and then yeah, the last one, you have an auric energy field around your body which protects you and also assists you to connect with the higher dimensions. Yeah, I think this is kind of big. Well, it's the first start for me, just to sometimes realize that you are in many dimensions at the same time, or they're working for you in the here and now. Like also Rukaya said, we are so many times in the higher chakras and we forget that we have to bring them on earth. That's my process too, that I really feel like to help Mother Earth, we need to be on earth with all the light and dimensions. And yeah, so when I look at my own journey, I also feel very helped by the whole universe. So this meditation in the beginning was also very beautiful for me. It was really like, yes, the whole universe is one, and it's connecting to us and with us all the time. But yeah, so yeah, it's beautiful to have the group for that too, that we remind ourselves every week, and during the week we see how it plays out. And I had, maybe it's nice to share, I was at a meditation yesterday and I got a card and it said opportunity. There is no such thing as failure. It is simply a learning opportunity. And that resonates for me the whole month. Like in many meditations, I saw that too. There is no failure. And that's also, there's no duality. There's no failure. I mean, the failure is a learning opportunity. And yeah, I try to remind, that's kind of thing that I have to remind myself sometimes. Yeah, the failure does not exist. That's a nice thing to look at it. And like duality does not exist. I think it's the same thing for me.
Yeah. Thank you, Shanti. That was very rich. Thank you. Yeah, just that really start trying to understand that failure and duality is constructs of the mind. Yeah. It's construct of a polarized field. And the mind functions in polarization. Yeah. That's our ordinary mind. Yeah, we have a higher mind. Our mind has an enormous capacity. Yes, and if we sit in that heart of oneness, we will deeply feel that failure and all the constructs of the mind, really to understand they don't exist. And of course, that's hard to understand for the mind, because for the mind it's very much existing. Yeah, but they don't exist. Anyone else would like to share something about this? What Shanti just read and shared her wisdom about through her journey. Anything you would like to share through your journey with this? Or anything which is not clear, any questions? And really understanding how the light and the love work together. The love holds you in the oneness. That's this voidal energy, the voidal field. And voidal energy, you can think of it as liquid light. Yeah, that's this embracing energy. It's like the mother. And I think Gita and maybe also Kaya, maybe you say you can really feel it in your cells, you know. And yes, we can. Yeah. And in all dimensions, Shanti shared that how she becomes more and more aware of that she is here on earth in a specific situation, but she's in many dimensions at the same time. And the light, we've done the path of light, the light is the energy, that's the masculine heart, you know, the masculine consciousness that makes you to move and to act and to be. Yeah? So they always work in tandem, they work together. And the more we connect to the voidal energies, we're really sourcing our decisions, our moves from the highest potential. Yeah? Because the light, we can only work with the light. The light is very powerful. Yeah, you can, as we've seen in the path of light, you know, it holds an enormous manifestation power of the light. But what are you connecting to? Where do you allow yourself to be guided from? And that's the love, because as we say, it will always hold you in a place of oneness, and you decide from a space of oneness and not from a space of separation within you. Where with the light, we've seen that, and we all know that we sort of want to change something, make something better, want to go something away, want to be in a different place, and all that, you know. We can use the power of the light for that. It can take us many places. Yes, and the auric field, just to remind us, you know, when we talk about the auric field, that's all our bodies we have. Together they form the auric field. And we've been, if you go back to the very beginning when we talked about the journey of the soul, you might remember this picture with the divine presence, the monadic plane, the soul, and then the soul extension, which is us in a body, you know. And we have all these bodies, yeah, these 12 bodies. And we've been given these 12 bodies so that in every moment we know who we are. We can be in this density, you know, here in this dense field of energy. Again, that's not to be judged, it's just a effect. It's a dense energy, otherwise we wouldn't have chairs and tables and whatnot, yeah, and also not trees. But so we wouldn't have the form as we know it. And but we can be here, again, as Shanti said, being aware of all the time and be in any other dimension at the same time and anchor the light here. Yeah, that's why we have all these bodies. Frank, would you read 7, 8, 9, and 10?
If you are not fully present on the earth, your soul prefers to sit in other dimensions, flitting in and out of the auric field. The energies you hold within the auric field affects all part of you that sits within this field. All energy can be changed. There is no need for you to sit in duality and separation if you remember to activate your divine love body. It is advised that you do this regularly. yeah, I think for me, it's a summary of all things we have, for me, what I have experienced
Mm-hmm.
over the path of light, the path of love. The last one, I think, is the most closest to me, which I can touch the best. So, yeah, the energies you hold within the auric field affects all parts of you that sit within this field. So, yeah, what, what I just heard from the auric field is the total of all energy bodies. So, yeah, then it seems it cannot be other than they are all affecting each other. So, all energy can be changed. Everything is energy. So, and the first one remembers me to what I do quite regularly. That is the soul-body fusion. That is inviting my soul to merge with me. But yeah, I don't know. And for the last one, the number 10, I know now that there is no need to sit in duality and separation, and I'm aware of the moments where I am, and I use the tools and the meditation to come back into oneness. And that happens, I can feel a different vibration, and sometimes I really feel one with all there is, and sometimes not. And I'm looking at myself and I'm aware of the fact that I create separation. But that's how it goes, I think. One day or one moment to another moment, one day at a time, or I don't know. That's life, which is challenging me. But I'm becoming more and more aware of it. And I'm very happy that we have the book with all the tools, and I use a different set of tools all throughout the the course, which helped me a lot. And I dare to trust. And I'm not sometimes I'm able to let's say, let go my attachment to the outcome. and just accept that it is what it is. And that's okay.
Thank you, Frank. Yeah, you touched on an important point. You know, we go in and out of this. Are we able to notice? Are we able to notice? And do we allow ourselves to use the tools, the wisdom, sometimes just the breath, as we heard, to come back? That really is the practice. So it's not a problem to go in and out of anything, to close our heart, and then we all close our hearts all the time. To more and more become aware of it without judgment, and then allowing yourself to open it again. And we will be doing this activation. So this is a beautiful activation. If you feel you sit in duality and separation, you can activate the divine love body. Just to give that to yourself. And is it clear to everyone that if you're not fully present on the earth, your soul prefers to sit in other dimensions, flitting in and out of the auric field? The auric field is very much connected to the earth, you know. It's sort of like our, I want to say spaceship, it's our container almost that allows us to be all that we are on the earth. Yeah. And we can invite, you remember, I think we also did activations about opening the bridge to our soul, yeah, which is the bridge to your higher consciousness, yeah, and really allowing the soul energy to come in, to flow in. And the more you anchor, and you can actually imagine the soul energy anchoring into the earth. Yeah. From the yoga, you know, maybe this antakarana, you know, this is this subtle thread that connects us through all these dimensions coming into the physical. Yeah. And this antakarana can be pulled out of the earth, maybe through trauma, you know, whatever happened, maybe in another lifetime that we decided we'd rather not be here, yeah? And really bringing this back. Okay. Anyone wants to add something, please feel free.
Yeah. Can I share something more on this?
Of course.
Because it's something I've been really practicing with for the past weeks as well. And because I'm fully aware that grounding is my journey and judgments. And so what I found is judgments is like the way not overcome it, because if I feel like every time I'm trying to overcome it, I'm actually still in the energy, because now I'm trying to break through it. So I really have been like seeing that if there's judgment, I just let it be, but I step back and then I choose for curiosity. And with that curiosity, I go so much further. So it's not like, oh, I need to solve the it's like, okay, hi. And now I choose for curiosity. And I've really been working with the lower chakras, because I know they're very out of balance for me. And I really, maybe in the past, I was like, oh, I should be working with the lower chakras more because, you know, they're all out of balance. And now it's like, oh, let's see what they can bring. And I really try every time to go in with joy and play and curiosity. It's like a child. It's like, let's see what this is going to bring. So already there's like less room for anything else. I've been working so much with the planting in the antakarana, like really making it deeper, saying the mantra, just for my own fun, just to see what's going to happen. And I noticed that if I try to do the things like letting light come from above all the way down, somewhere I lose the connection with myself and I never almost get to go to the whole bottom. So for me, what really helped, because I do dissociate very quickly, is like I really just stay with the earth and then let the energy come from the earth up to me. And then it can really go, and that I can hold and that I can stay with. And for a while, I've been like, so when I was on the solar plexus, and then I'm in the heart, and I'm really trying to see and stay with it as well. And then I have a choice. And it's like, okay, let's go higher. But sometimes I'm also like, I know I can go higher, but just let's really sink in more into the lower ones and really give myself also time. Not that I'm preferring one or the other, but it's more like, can I also allow them to be seeing a little bit longer? And I feel that has been really helping me a lot. Also with the cards, with the bodies. In the past, I always felt like, oh, everything is inside this physical body. Like my emotional body is like, oh, it's more here. And yeah, it's just like a little bit, the cloud is a little bit bigger than this one. And the emotional body is like a little bit like, it's like, but this was a central being, like this physical thing. And now it's like, oh, there's all these bodies around me. There's all these dimensions around me. And who in there is the physical body, but it's not the full. So it's like, I can really just like, if I do the mantras or the sounds, it's like, it's easier to connect with them and just to also be myself. And it's like, yeah, for me, by honoring and really by playing curiosity, it's just, it really has been shifting a lot to bring me here on earth. So that's what I want to add. Thank you.
Thank you, Rita. Thank you for sharing this. This is there's so many keys how we can work with this, with the earth. I mean, choosing not to battle judgment, but going for curiosity. It's working with the law of polarity. Just go to the other side, you know? Sort of, as you say, you can't beat the mind with the mind, sort of like fighting the thing you don't want, you know? And that's beautiful that you can do this and say, okay, I'm just going to be curious, you know? And so, and that already gives you a whole different perspective and opens the field, you know? You can already take a breath, you know, and stop fighting. That's beautiful. So you can all do, I mean, that's the law of polarity. Just go to the other side, you know, of it, you know, or go to totally in it. You can also, I believe I told the story of the guy who was so bored, and I just told him to be bored a little longer until he came to another quality, you know. And so beautiful. And then, yes, with the earth, in my experience, it's much easier to open the heart and also go deeper into the heart if you're really anchored into the earth. Yeah, not just for Rita, for everyone. That's my experience. You check that with your experience. Maybe you have a different experience. I know it's much easier for me. Otherwise, there can be a lot of pressure in my heart, and I can find myself wanting to open my heart from my mental will, you know. Yeah, but it might be different for you. So certainly grounding is key to also reach out to higher dimensions. Yeah, we often think, okay, yeah, okay, I also need to ground, but it's key to really open up. Yeah, because you need to be present to open up. If you're not there, I mean, you're somewhere, but you cannot open up to all that you are here on earth, you know. So very, very important, the grounding, yeah, very important. And it can be exactly as Rita said, you know, work with the earth, you know. Also, but when you work with mother energies, so maybe you can't relate to these other energies. The earth is the mother. And it's an enormous consciousness. Work with the earth will teach you a lot about these energies. Yeah. And allow the earth to fill you, really, you know, come from the earth and go to your lower chakras first. In my experience, it gives you so much peace because the earth really holds the love. Yeah. And it's sort of, it's expressed in a very tangible way for us. If you look outside, you know, everything is given, everything is there, so that we can live on this planet. But the earth isn't just that. I mean, that's what her consciousness produces, if you want, you know. Gaia is a consciousness, you know, for us to live here. So sometimes we think it's sort of like a lower energy. No, not at all. It's a very, if you want a high consciousness, the earth, you know, it's an enormous, a vast consciousness. And she really shows us what it means to hold the love. I mean, she holds all in oneness. I mean, she holds every war in. It's happening on her surface. She holds all in oneness. Yeah. So thank you, Rita. Thank you. And again, really fully acknowledge that all energy can be changed. Thoughts you have is energy. Emotions you have is energy. Yeah. And more think of yourself, approach this work as energetic work and not so much as content you have to understand, or, you know, really go into the energetics of it and all the tools like these activations. Yes, the words are important. I'm not saying they're not important, but what is much more important is the frequency you receive. Because, I mean, how often have you heard, you know, love yourself? You can say it in so many ways, and it can sound like cliche. And there are people that can say to you that it deeply touches you. They're saying exactly the same words. What is the difference? It's the frequency they speak with. Yeah. That makes all the difference. So really, and the auric field is this energetic container, if you want. Yeah. When we talk about the body, we talk about energy bodies. Yeah. And we're really talking here energy language. Yeah. To understand that. And it's beautiful, as Rita said, and I believe the others also know that, do that, work with the bodies, and you will more and more also understand the bodies, not so much intellectual, the genetic body, but really what they hold, you know, the consciousness you're working with. Yeah. It just connects through energy. Yeah, anyone wants to add something? Any questions? Any insights you have? The homework, good in time. Let's just go through this so you already have an idea what's coming. So what energy did you feel moving through you? Obviously, this is related to the activation we'll be doing in a moment. What is held in your auric field? And really get to know your auric field. Again, not with judgment, but getting to know your auric field, I think you more and more understand as getting to know yourself. Yeah? Your energetic blueprint, you could say. How did you feel breathing in the voidal energy into your field? Mm-hmm. You see, this is all it's with breath. It's all with energy, you know. Were you able to feel the expansion as you created your love body? It is recommended for all students to practice creating a love body from the voidal heart around you regularly. Yeah. And I join into that. I highly recommend. Yeah. It will also give you, if you want, like this bubble of love around you, which will make it much easier for you to remember who you are, to make choices that support you, to not only sit in your emotional body and go like, you know, like this boat on the ocean. Sometimes we do, and that's fine, as we've already heard. But also with this, it's much easier to to remember and come back, you know. And you might just come back by activating the love body. Okay. Work with 12 cool light wave. I will send that to you for the negative mind. And again, it's all energetic tools. So light wave, you know, golden seal, and think the mantra for 12 days. Oh, that's a nice practice. Yeah. So this in your book, I will send that to you. I believe it's not in the questions at like extra point. I write it in the mail. Okay, any questions on this before we go into the activation? Or any questions at all on anything? Oh, all good for now? Okay, the activation is an hour, but we're well in time. So let's do a 5-minute break. Is that enough for everyone? Yeah. And then we do the activation. Hey, are we good to go? Guess we are.
Ishtar Channel Meditations. Blessings to you, beloved heart. We come this day to bring to you love, to fill you, each one, with the love of your being, to connect you, each one, with that which you hold within. It is not that which is held without, but that which is held within. And yet, beloved heart, we will hold you, each one of you, and we will embrace you and lift you up, encircling you with our love. But that which you will each partake of, immerse yourselves within, will be the love that you hold within. It will be this that will hold you, that will embrace you, that will create around you a sphere of energy to enlighten you, to expand you, and yet to make you whole. For it is, beloved hearts, the love that makes you whole. It is the light that creates you to move, to be, to act. But it is the love that makes you whole. And why is this? For it is this energy which comes from the void of spaces of no time, in the one heart of all that is, that will fill yourself, each electron of your being, in the physical dimension and in the light dimension. It will fill you up with the vital energies of the one heart, and it will bring you into one. For we say to you, beloved heart, there can be no duality held within the vital heart. It cannot hold it. It can only hold the one. It does not hold the energy of separation. And if you feel yourself, your being, your chakra, each dimensional part of you with love, the energy frequency of the one heart of all that is. Whenever you call this to yourself, asking for it to expand to be one with you, whenever this occurs for you, all duality, separation will leave you. And wherever you hold this within your field, within your heart, within your mind, you will sit in the peace of oneness. And so we say to you now, each beloved heart, to breathe deeply. Within your heart, as many master beings come to you to hold you, to embrace you as a beloved heart. The Lady Nada, that which we are, steps to you to embrace you. Then the Kuan Yin to enfold you. The mothers come. The Mother Mary comes. The Divine Mother comes to you. The Pleiadian mothers come to you. Many, many Pleiadian mothers come to encircle you, to hold you, to embrace you. Simply open your heart to receive as you breathe, to allow their embrace of you. The Andromedan mothers come now too, to sing to you, to hold you to their heart. The Mary Magdalene steps to you now. The Lady Sophia, Lady Portia, Sarah, Vespa, Many crystalline light beings also come to you now, to sit with you, to receive with you. As the Council of Mothers anchor their love around you, sharing with you as they sing their songs of love to you. That too create as you did this sphere of loving energy from your sound to clear your auric field, to allow the energy to expand within your field. That as you created this beloved heart, you also created a sphere of light around you. For you may sit and create an expansion of your field, the sphere of light that is called the auric field upon this realm. And you may also create this in group around you, like a bubble of energy. But what is it, the energy, frequency, the waves that you would wish to create in this bubble of energy that you walk within? For we said to you, beloved heart, you walk as the body in your skin. But it is not the only shield. It is not the only sphere of energy that sits between you and third dimensional frequency of duality. Each one of you has what is called your auric field, a sphere of energy, a bubble, if you will, in which you walk in each moment. And each one of you, as you step into this realm of the third dimension, indeed stepped in with this bubble of energy around you. And it is not a field that you may leave behind and walk away from, for it is deeply connected to you. And many frequencies and rays of energy are held within it, connecting you to the higher frequency of your being. That is not, perhaps, and most often with humanity connected to the earth. realm, nor anchored upon the earth realm. For many of you walk on the earth, but not of the earth, even though your physical body touches the ground. Many are not yet fully present with souls that prefer to sit in other dimensions, with parts of you not fully present, flitting in and out of the auric field, yet not fully present within it. And why is this, beloved heart? It is because of the energy, the frequency of that which you hold within the auric field. For even though you may consider it as a bubble, it breathes in and breathes out the energy of where you see it in each moment. Then this energy will affect all parts of you that sit within this auric field. And if you are breathing in energy of negativity or duality and separation from the third dimensional frequency of Mother Earth, where you sit, or if you are breathing out from your being negativity, emotion, from you, sending this out from you, where does it sit? It sits within this sphere, beloved heart. Carry it around with you. And if you but could imagine that this sphere of energy, this bubble of light that you walk around in, for it moves with you no matter where you go. If, beloved heart, it is being filled from outside itself and from your own being with thought forms and negativity, emotion, energy that is in duality, then, beloved hearts, you are walking in what you may like to call a bubble of pollution to your being. For it becomes very dense, and it is held within it. And your bubble may lose the ability to breathe in and out fully, to expand and to receive It may indeed become very dense, heavy, filled with many thought forms, yours and others, many emotions, yours and others. And it will no longer be fully expanded, but at times condensed, concave, sometimes for some a little tear here and there. And these beloved hearts will greatly affect you. And the energy that is moving through you. For if you feel nothing, beloved hearts, then we would say to you, there is no energy moving through you. But if you are feeling something, then there is energy moving through you. Consider for a moment, if you will, at this moment, what is it you are feeling? Connect with it, no matter what it is. It may be physical in nature, emotional, perhaps it is many thought forms. Connect with it, be aware of what it is, beloved heart. For it is energy moving through you. But ask, beloved hearts, where does this energy come from? Is it coming from your being? From parts of you? Find its source, beloved heart. Or is it coming from your auric field, from outside of you perhaps also? Is it sitting within the field, affecting you? Connect, beloved heart. Understand the energy moving through you in each moment. No matter its nature. And as you breathe it in, as you connect with it, open your heart to it, for it is but energy, frequency. And we say to you, beloved heart, frequency can always be changed. If it is energy vibrating at a low frequency, slowly, densely, holding for you, energy creating emotion, creating physical discomfort, creating mental discomfort, we say to you, beloved hearts, all frequency, all energy can be changed, for this is the nature of all that is. It is simply for you to understand this, to not allow yourselves to be trapped in it, to become it, but to embrace it, to open your heart to that which it is in awareness. And as you open your heart to it, beloved one, to shift its frequency, to breathe now the love of the void through your feet now from Mother Earth's heart, to connect with the void or pools that sit within her heart. Energy that may feel to you that it is wet, but yet it is not wet. Like dense water, but yet not wetting you. Flowing, melting with you. It may offer to you the colors of light, that which it is. It may hold the energies that you call black, for it is of the void. Yet understand, beloved heart, it is simply the energy of great creation. It may be deep blue, deep purple, deep green, in its depths. Breathe it up from the one heart of Mother Earth. Bring it up through your feet. And feel, beloved hearts, feel your heart with this energy. It is all-encompassing. It is not harsh. It is not laser-like in its capacity. It is soft and flowing, like dense water, calling for it to come now into your heart, to breathe with your breath, to breathe it with your breath, to allow it to fill your heart. And as it fills your heart so gently, it will create expansion for you. It will move through every molecule of the energy that you are holding, that you have become aware of. And it will begin to expand it, that it is no longer dense, held tightly, but expanded molecules of energetic waves, opening it, opening all parts of it, filling it. And as it does this, beloved heart, that which is held within this frequency that you have become aware of will expand more, will no longer be held in tight clusters, will no longer be held in separation, each part believing it is separate to the other. It will simply expand more, melting into one, becoming one with the vital energy of love. And you may feel as this occurs a little tingling within you. And as you breathe, perhaps great peace will begin to descend upon you. As you breathe more of this energy, as it begins to expand within you, asking it, beloved heart, to fill your heart, to fill your heart with your breath. The body may become a little heavy as this is filling you. Do not be concerned. It is simply the nature of the vital energy. And as it fills your heart now, breathe it up into the mind, into the brow chakra and the mind space of your body, feeling this place with the vital energy. And you may see it begin to change color, perhaps a little lighter, but still like deep, deep water. Calling for it to fill each and every molecule of your mind. To flow gently, feeling the mind gently expand. As each molecule of your mind is filled now with vital love. And breathing now, beloved heart, up through the feet once more. Vital love energy into the sacral chakra. Feeling the sacral chakra now with this from the heart of Mother Earth. Allowing the vital love to fill the sacral chakra. Asking it to expand into each molecule and cell of your body now. And as this occurs, you may once more feel a little more dense within your body, heavy perhaps. But yet, beloved heart, expanded, but not outwardly, but inwardly. that the energy is not projected out, but in. That you may become aware of every cell, filling now with this energy from the vital heart. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Allowing. And yet more peace will descend upon you. Oneness of being. And breathing now more of the vital heart energy up your pillar of light into the Hara chakra to feel it also up into the solar plexus. Breathing, filling now the solar plexus with this vital heart energy. For some may now be feeling and yet not feeling so much the body or the mind. Simply present, at peace, breathing yet more of this energy through you now. Breathing the vital love through you, all the way to the crown chakra, through the heart, into the higher heart, that which you call the thymus, into the throat, beloved heart. For many, it is greatly important to breathe this energy into the throat chakra, to feel the throat, to bring the vital love into your throat chakra. To bring it into the crown chakra. And as you breathe it up into the crown chakra, allowing it to overflow now, out of your crown chakra, and into the auric field of your being. That it may fill the auric field with the vital love. To breathe and to allow it to fill your auric field. To make this your intention, and it will be so. And as you breathe now into the heart, beloved hearts, to breathe into the heart. And as you breathe in, to breathe it up through your feet now, the vital heart energy, into the heart, and then to breathe it out from the front and the back hearts into your auric field, to create around you a bubble of vital love. It will be a little jelly-like perhaps in substance, mercurial perhaps for you, like dense water, and yet not wet, filling your bubble with each breath that you take. Creating around you a field of wonder. And as you do this, you will feel this sphere of energy, this field around you, begin to become yet bigger. Many will feel it as immense. It will be bigger. A large sphere, balloon of energy around you. Filled with vital love. And it will bring you to a place of no time. It will bring you to a place of no thought. It will bring you to a place of peace. It will bring you to a place of oneness. And all that you have held within the field of your auric energy will now be filled with the one heart energy. And the more you feel it, the less will be duality within your field and within your heart. The less will be separation. As you breathe now, You understand, beloved hearts, that you have created and are still creating a field of love around you and within you. A field of oneness, for this is love, is it not? This is that which we speak of. Within this space, there can be no separation. There can only be oneness of self, oneness with all that you are, oneness with all that is, with all beings, with all beloved hearts. Allow yourself this gift. Allow yourself to sit within this pool of energy, of oneness within your heart. To continue to breathe and to feel your heart, and you're filled with this energy, breathing it up from the earth through your feet, filling your heart, and breathing it out into your field, until all that sits within duality is now enfolded and embraced in oneness, changing its frequency, beloved hearts, changing its frequency to love, to the vital heart of oneness. No time, no space, no thought, no emotion, to simply be held in the one heart. And as you breathe, beloved hearts, now, become aware that you are creating a field around you. Of the one heart. And call now to all parts of you that hold this frequency, to the love bodies of your being, to all parts of you that hold the frequency of the one heart within them. Ask for these parts of you now to come and merge with you in this space that you have created for them, of oneness, of love. And for many, you will feel the embrace of these parts of you now, the wings of love enfolding you, holding you. The heart of oneness of your being, merging with your heart now. All parts of you that resonate to this energy will step into your field now to connect with you, to be one with you. For you have created a space for them to sit with you. a space without duality, a space of love. The frequency of the one heart within you. And as they come, beloved hearts, be aware of the one heart of your own being, illuminated now within you. Connect with it, that sits within your own heart chakra. Illuminated, golden, pink in color, golden pink. In your heart, for it is the one heart of your being. Connect to it. Be embraced by it. Be one with it. And know, beloved hearts, that you are truly loved. The one heart of all that is, that sits within you. Connect to it, for it will share with you now. Open to receive that which is shared with you now. Be one with it. Allow your heart to open, to receive, to be filled, to be one. This is the nature of love. It is the one heart of all that is. This is the true nature of love, beloved heart. Embrace it within yourself. Know that each one of you holds it. Each one of you is this. And allow, beloved hearts, each one of you to be this now. And so we say to you, each one of you, hold the one heart within you. Each one of you holds the energy of love. And you may fill yourself with this energy at any time, beloved heart. At any time you may be at one with all that you are and with all that is. There is no need for you to sit in duality and separation if you remember this. If you expand your field and fill it with love and not duality, if you hold love within your heart, to breathe it in each day, to activate it within you, to make it that which you are, will take practice. But to activate it each day within you, to fill the field of your being with this energy. For the light will penetrate, beloved one, it will flow through it. But duality and separation will not be held within it, as it can be held within the light. Create your love body, beloved one. Build it, hold it around you in your field. Whenever you feel duality and separation, cleanse your field and fill it with your love body. Make it your love body. Activate your one heart and be at peace, beloved ones. Be at peace within yourself and hold the energy of love within your field. For if you do this, it will heal all that is held within your field. All the memories that you hold within it. All the duality that you hold within it. All that you hold for others within it will be brought into oneness if you but remember the love that you are. And to expand and create your love bodies here on the earth, so that all parts of you that hold this frequency of love may also be fully present here with you. And harmony, beloved hearts, will reign in your life whenever you anchor this body around you, the body of love, the body of the one heart. It is for you to create it, beloved hearts, here on the earth. To breathe it now into your heart to be one, to give this gift to yourself. We bless you, each and every one of you. And we thank you, each one, for creating not simply the field in which you sit within your own field, but if you become aware of the field that you have created as a group in circle together, anchoring this energy upon the earth, for all beings, beloved one, for all beings. You may now invite all beings, beloved one, that sit in duality, that wish to sit in love, to come and to join you in the field that you have created together in circle. Not your personal field, beloved one, but the very large field of love that you have created together in circle. And you may wish to share this with all beings that seek peace, beloved one, that seek the oneness of all that is. And open this to them now upon the earth, that they may share in this gift that you have created. Offer this to them. Take their hand. Invite them to come and sit with you now, that they too may be at peace. Blessings to each. Blessings to each. Blessings to each. We say to you, Namaste, beloved hearts. Namaste to you.
Thank you all.